Yeah, so in that seat, or maybe you want to lie down, just finding yourself here in this present moment. And that's a practice in itself. Um, is that presence, right? And that stillness, and just like everything else we practice in life, some days it's easier than others. And so we can give ourselves that grace to just let ourselves be where we are right now, not comparing it to yesterday, or not thinking that how it is today is how it's going to be forever, just being right here with this breath. And then with this breath. Just dropping into right now. Following the breath into the body. And then we'll follow the breath out. Noticing if we have a gentle sway or rock. And that's just prana, just moving in the body. We might notice it more because we're being a little stiller in mind or in spirit. Maybe letting out a sigh to really drop in. Maybe the eyes are closed, if that's comfortable. And then in your seated position, or whether you're lying down, honoring thoughts as they come in, letting the thoughts go, always bringing our awareness back to the breath. Now seated here with our awareness on our breath, begin to visualize how a warrior would be sitting if he or she were in your body. Dignified, alert, strong, silent, aware. And keeping your awareness on your breathing, on the rise and fall of the stomach, the chest. Just be aware of the present. Time passes. People come and go. But your warrior spirit just sits. Dignified, alert, strong, silent, aware. With chaos all around, the warrior just sits. With his awareness on his breathing, the rise and fall of the belly. Centered, focused, relaxed, peaceful, aware. And now as you sit here, expanding your awareness to include your breathing as it enters through your nostrils and passes down your throat into your chest, causing the belly to rise. And then as we exhale, following the breath back out. And again, as thoughts enter into your awareness, just honor them. And bring your awareness back to your breath. Everybody wants the warrior to do something. Get up. Be like us. Join the turmoil, they cry. But the warrior just sits, dignified, alert, strong, silent, aware, always in the present, always honoring her thoughts, letting them go, and moving back to awareness, back to the experience of being alive, not living in the fiction of the mind, not living in the depression of the past or the worry of the future, but living in the bliss of the present. Not judging, just being. Dignified, alert, strong, silent, aware. And now let's expand our awareness to include our entire body. Feeling our breath as it nourishes all our parts. Honoring our thoughts as they enter. Letting them go. And moving back to awareness of our entire body. Back to awareness of the present. Right here, right now. If boredom or impatience surfaces, just letting them go and coming back to the awareness of our body. Centered, focused, relaxed, peaceful, aware. Allowing the body to take care of itself as it has done for so long. Allowing the body to heal itself. Allowing the body to just be without stress, without anger, without fear, only with peace, only with love, only with acceptance. Acceptance of what is in the present. Some days it rains. Some days it's sunny. In the winter, some days it snows. But the warrior just sits, accepting things as they are, not trying to change things, but just being aware. Being alive. Right here, right now. Let's maybe bring our hands to our hearts together, maybe our hands to our forehead, and just bow our head for a moment with the humility of being alive, the reverence for the ability to breathe and to be. And moving into our practice today with the spirit of a humble warrior, dignified, alert, strong, silent, aware. Exhale, let the breath go. Maybe bring the palms apart, the arms out, fingertips to the sky like a menorah. And lift the arms to the sky again, palms touch. Exhale, drawing hands to the heart. And then we'll inhale, expand the arms out like a menorah or out like a T. And from there, maybe twisting to the right, heart moving towards the side. And then exhale, bringing the heart through over to the other side. Elbow going back as much as is comfortable. Maybe expanding from elbow to elbow or fingertip to fingertip. Then exhale back to center. Yes, inhale, hands come above the head. Let's exhale, bow forward. Maybe hands come to the floor. Or maybe they come to the knees, but the heart melts towards the ground. Bowing in reverence and humility. And rising up in strength and power. Awareness filling our space. Then our hands come to the ground. Let's walk our right hand behind us. And then let the left arm up and over. Maybe the right hand comes to the ground. And we lean kind of that left side body forward. And the left arm reaches back. The left armpit shining to the sky. And now let's exhale. Bring that left hand in front. And the right arm comes over the body. Try to keep that right sit bone grounded. Opening up the right armpit and left right side body. And now exhale, sweep that right hand down in front. Maybe the hands are far apart, like a Y, or maybe they're in front of us. Bowing the heart down again. Inhale, lifting the head, floating the arms up to the sky. And then we'll twist to the left. Hands come to that knee. The left hand comes behind us, the fingertips down. Then sweep that right arm kind of forward, lean back, the right armpit opening to the sky. Exhale. We'll breathe in. Now let's exhale, tick-tock, so that right hand kind of comes past that right knee. Left arm reaches up and over. That left hip and left side body reaching to the left side. And then exhale, bring that left hand kind of across the right hand. And now bring it in front of us. Arms can be out like a Y or up forward. Palms down. Reach the sits bones back to create space along that spine. And now let's exhale, lift the head, and just drag those hands across the sky as if there was resistance, as if we were moving like through peanut butter with our fingers. So we can really articulate that spine as we kind of stack the spine and begin to stack the shoulders over the hips. And then our hands kind of last, maybe finding the shin of that leg that's in front, maybe the knees. And now shine the heart forward, rolling the shoulders back. Let's pause for a breath. Breathing in and out. And visualize how a warrior would be sitting, he or she were in our body. And then exhale, let's rise to tabletop. Bringing those knees down and be moving through anything that might support us before we bring the knees down and either those fists or the hands down. Giving yourself the opportunity to move kind of on the ground like a cat or a dog waking up. And then let's meet together with our hands under the shoulders. You can have the fists on the ground or the hands. From here, let's curl our toes under. If it's comfortable, lift those knees, let the knees hover. Otherwise, just bring one knee up at a time. If it's okay on those wrists, bring the knees to hover, both of them at the same time. Drawing the belly button in. And now let's lower down. Now bring that right knee over to the right side of the mat, just to kind of help us ground a little bit. Let's reach the left hand to sky. Stretching again through the left side, and then bring the left hand underneath the right hand. Bring the right arm forward, that left arm to the back of the mat. Let's be here for a couple breaths. Exhale. Breathe in. Now exhale, lift the head, bring that left arm through, the left hand plants, and now the right hand, bring the right knee back in, sway the hips side to side. Now bring the left knee wide, sometimes just feels a little more stable like that. Bring the right arm to sky. Snap, crackle, pop on this end, and then bring the right arm through. Underneath, the right arm comes to the ground, the left arm can be forward. Maybe the forehead is down on the ground, or the gaze can be towards either side of your mat. Now inhale to look up, maybe towards that left hand. Bring the right arm through. Both hands come down under the shoulders again. Bring the right knee mat distance apart. Let's sit back, toes together, heels or sits bones kind of towards the heels for a child pose. Let's breathe in. And now exhale, plant the elbows, the forearms to roll up onto our belly. So rolling the hips forward and then sending the legs back. We'll be one at a time. The feet are mat distance apart. Now lowering down the belly and that lower rib cage, keep the heart lifted. So just the low ribs are on the floor. And now let's bring our arms out like that menorah again. Hover the hands over the floor and use the back body to keep the heart lifted and the hands hover over the ground. Let's breathe in. Exhale. And now lowering the heart if you need to. Otherwise, keep it lifted where it is. Bring the right arm out to the side. So the right arm is straight, left arm is bent. And now bring that right arm behind the low back. So the back of the hand is on the low back. The right palm faces up. Opening up that right shoulder just a little bit. Breathe in. Exhale, bring that right arm back out. Palm faces down. Now bring the right arm bent in. Lower down the hands to the ground. Lower down the
head onto the side, maybe the cheek meets the ground. If you need to, bring the feet towards the sky, so the thighs are on the ground, the feet are to the sky, and then move the legs side to side to kind of get some circulation in that low back after the little back bend. And then bring the feet to the ground, mat distance apart. Exhale to use the back body to lift the heart. Find that sweet spot. And then send that left arm out to the side. The right arm is in at that angle. And then exhale, the left hand comes behind us, the left arm across that low back, the left palm to the sky. You're noticing if you send that left elbow towards the sky, you open up the left shoulder. Breathe in. Exhale, send the left arm out to the side. Now find the menorah arms again. Inhale. Exhale, press the hands under the shoulders. Let's sit back in child's pose just to lengthen that spine. One breath in and out. Now another breath in. Exhale, let that breath go. And then let's roll up onto our bellies again. Lowering the thighs down, feet are mat distance apart. And now bring the arms out so they're more like a Y now. So the elbows are maybe kind of towards the corners of the mat, but the palms are face down. Let's breathe in. Now exhale, lift the heart a little higher maybe than it was before. Maybe if it feels good, lift the toes, the knees off the ground, as if we were parachuting, falling down out of an airplane. Breathe in. Exhale. Strong glutes, strong low back. Inhale. Now let's exhale, bring the palms together. Hovering over the ground, bring the feet together maybe. Breathe in. Exhale, lower down the legs. Lower down the elbows, hands come down. The face comes down into the forehead or the cheek. Let's breathe in. Now exhale, press the hands down. Let's find downward facing dog or dolphin and focus the awareness on the spine, especially that low back. And maybe feel it stretch out after that compression on our bellies. And finding your awareness. Not living the fiction of the mind, the depression of the past, or the worry of the future, but right here, right now. Maybe finding presence by focusing on the navel, that drishti. Maybe feeling present by focusing on a physical sensation in the body, like a burn in the shoulders, or a stretch in the back, or the back of the legs. Our physical body helps us ground. Let's breathe in. Exhale, lower down both knees. Come onto the hands with just enough to step that right foot forward. And now maybe we curl the left toes under. Exhale to rise up. Reach through that left heel. And notice how the front of that left leg responds. And now sink into that front knee. Breathe in. Let's exhale, bring the hands out like a T and then find them behind the back. Clasp the hands together. Maybe pull the shoulder blades back as if you're pinching maybe a tapered candle between the shoulder blades. Exhale, fold over that front leg, humble warrior. Namabada Hasta Virabhadrasana. Breathe in. And then exhale, let the breath go. Inhale. And exhale, find yourself being alive, being fully present. Exhale to lift the heart. As we lift the heart, we lower that left knee down. We release the arms out, let them float to the side. Maybe finding that menorah, the top of the foot to the ground. Breathe in. Exhale, bring the elbows and the palms to meet. And now bring that right heel forward just enough so you can straighten that front leg. Inhale. Yes, and maybe we exhale, bring the elbows towards that knee. Bending the right leg if we need to, bringing the knee to the elbows, or maybe the elbows meet the knee. Inhale. In your fold now, find some steadiness to bring those arms apart so they're in. Elbows are out. Our menorah parallel with the ground. Breathe in. Now exhale, rise, shoulders stack over the hips. That right leg is still long. Inhale, the arms come above the head. Exhale, draw the hands in prayer to the heart center. Bring that right foot to the ground. Now let's try to rise into a crescent lunge by curling the toes under. And then exhale, press the toes down, lifting up. Good, Asha Chandrasana. Bring the shoulders back, shine the heart forward. Really nice, inhale. Now exhale, lean forward over that right leg. And now either bring the hands to the ground or keep them hovered. Step the left foot to meet the right. Let's sit in our chair for just a breath. The tukas can be high or low. And then we'll lift up to stand. Inhale. Exhale, let the hands come down. We close the eyes. And then bring our awareness to our breath. Breathing in. Let's breathe out. Now open the eyes and we're going to rewind on this side. So we'll lift the arms up to sky. Sit down in our chair. Breathe in. Exhale, hands draw to the heart, left foot grounds. We step the right foot back, finding crescent lunge first. And really drive to that right heel to feel the front of the leg open. Exhale, sink into that knee. Breathe in. And then we'll exhale, lower that right knee down. Top of the right foot comes to the earth. Inhale. Exhale, bring the arms out like that menorah. Slide that left foot forward. Straighten that front leg. Breathe in. Exhale, elbows and palms come together. And then we humbly bow over that leg. Maybe the elbows come towards the knee. Maybe we bend that knee to bring the knee to the elbows. Finding some presence here. With chaos all around, the warrior just sits. We cultivate that skill today to be within and find that inner peace. Let's exhale to bring the shoulders back over the hips and the arms come out, breathing in. Exhale, draw the hands behind us. Let's interlace the hands. Maybe the opposite thumb on top that we did last time. Pull the arms back. Bend that front leg. Exhale, bend into the knee. Curl the toes under that right leg. Lifting up, breathe in. And now we find humble warrior as we bow and lift those arms to the sky. Exhale. In our humble warrior pose, we rest in the spirit of a humble warrior. Press through the heel of that right leg, activating the top of the right leg, that thigh, that quad. And then we bow, let the head be heavy, crown of the head, parallel with the earth. Breathe in. Exhale. And now remaining in our fold, release the hands gently, but bring them to the ground this time. Letting that energy, that prana trickle towards the fingers. Let's exhale, bring the hands towards the right side of the mat, our feet pivot. So toes face the long edge. And now we bow with our crown of the head, parallel with the earth. We can bend the knees a lot or a little. In our wide-legged forward fold. Letting go. Breathe in and breathe out. My legs are bent a lot, so I'm going to straighten them a little. Straighten your legs if you need to, or bend them if you need to. And now let's walk our hands over to the right, keeping the feet facing forward. Press the right hand into the ground and the left hand into the earth, and then feel that armpit of the left side open up. Breathe in and out. Now let's walk our hands so they're kind of towards the side of the mat. They're not so much towards the foot, but towards the side of the mat. Let's bend into that right knee. Maybe we lift our hearts and our shoulders, kind of a standing side lunge. And then any variation with those arms. Just sinking into your space. And honoring all of our parts. Parts that feel anxious. Parts that say, don't be anxious, there's no reason. The parts that have that deep peace. Just letting them all be here and knowing they all have a purpose. Now let's exhale, straighten that leg. So now we are more standing in our wide-legged extended mountain pose. We're going to rewind so we bend over to the left for our standing side lunge. Breathing in and out, maybe closing the eyes. Inhale. Now exhale, straighten that left leg to bring the hips back to the middle, and then we'll fold forward on an exhale. And now bring those hands to that left foot, pressing that right hand down and feeling the stretch in that right armpit. And we bring that stretch into the armpit and we move. That helps get that lymph moving. So we're doing a little immune system boost for this warrior today. That warrior on your mat getting a little immunopower. Let's breathe in. Now exhale, walk the hands back to the middle, so maybe they're under the heart. Let's bend the knees, maybe bring the heels in, the toes point out. And then exhale, sink the hips down, and then rise up into a goddess pose. Let the breath be. And maybe closing the eyes. Letting the heart settle. Breathing in and out. Inhale. Exhale, straighten and fold the arms to the sky. Breathe in at the top. Inhale. Now exhale, hands come to the heart, bend the knees, sinking down. Yes. We'll inhale, rise and straighten. Exhale, sigh, flush it out. Inhale, rise. And exhale, bending knees, sinking hips and heart. Yes, one more time, let's rise. Our exhale brings our arms out like that menorah or goalpost, cactus, wherever your heart leads. Breathe in. Now exhale, pivot the feet towards the long edge. So the heels are no longer towards the midline, but toes face the long edge. So we're going to twist a little. Keep the hips shining forward. Breathe in. Now exhale, twist over to the right. Just the shoulder and the elbow move back. And then the heart kind of goes towards the right. Breathe in. Maybe that right hand comes down towards that right hamstring or right glute. And lift the left arm up to sky, sending the hips forward. A little back body, lengthen, hip opener. And now exhale. Let's bring the arms back out and the heart forward. Any variation with the arms as we exhale to twist towards the left. Breathe in. And then exhale to bring that left hand towards the left hip or maybe that left hamstring and the right arm reaching high. Send the hips forward. And then exhale, the elbow comes down, the left arm comes up, and the heart comes back to center. Breathe in. Exhale, letting go. Now from here, after moving this energy, maybe take a moment and scan your body. And then on an exhale, just let any movements that kind of need to come out. Maybe you slap the kidneys, or maybe you hula hoop the hips. Maybe you find a down dog, whatever feels right. Just follow the energy in the body. And then we're gonna meet in a seated position on the ground. So if there's anything maybe you need to give a little attention to before making our way to the ground, to settle into our shavasana. Bring it into your space, moving with the breath, that dignified, alert warrior spirit. And then when you make your way to the ground, let's bring our feet flat, knees to the sky, sits bones down. And then we'll kind of lean back so we can come into our seated figure 4. So with the left foot down, right foot comes up and that right ankle rests on that left thigh. Now we can walk our hands towards our hips, but only move as close to those hips as feels right in the leg. So what I like about doing it seated is you can sometimes access a little more of that outer thigh or that glute than we can on our backs. You can notice if you bring that right knee kind of towards, maybe in line with the left knee, so maybe press the right knee down, you might notice a little different opening on the leg. Or if you bring it kind of towards the chest, it's going to access different parts of that right leg. So there's a lot of options here that become available. So we're just going to breathe into this space. And now on an exhale, gently make sure that both hands are on the ground. Slide that left leg long. And then notice the right foot might come on the outside of the left leg. See if that feels okay on your body. Bring the shoulders kind of over the hips. And that left hand come to that right knee. And let's twist towards the right on an exhale. And on an exhale, bring the shoulders back over the hips, the heart shining forward across that right knee. Uncross the foot if it's over that left leg. Now bring the left foot to the ground again. Maybe we pause for just a moment with our feet together in butterfly to kind of open up the hips. And let out a breath, and then bring the feet to the ground. And that left foot's going to come into that figure 4, so the left ankle on top of that right leg. And then maybe we press that left knee down and walk our hands towards the hips. Just kind of settle into wherever you want to feel a little stretch or expansion. Breathe in. And now gently on an exhale, let that right leg come out. The weight of that left leg is going to kind of straighten that right leg too. So when that right leg gets long, bring that left foot either on the outside of the right leg or bring it onto the inside. And then we'll walk our hands towards the hips, the right hand onto that left knee. Ground into the earth as we twist towards the left. Breathe in. And then exhale, bring the heart forward, shoulders forward. Hands come down, bring the feet out. Maybe slide the glutes down, come on to the back. And maybe when you get to the ground, it feels good to bring the knees into the chest or send the legs to the sky. You come into a shape that you've learned is supportive in slowing the breath or slowing the mind. And when you're ready, let's find Shavasana.
Shavasana is our final resting pose. So whatever rest means to you in this moment, bring it into your space. It's midday, so our resting pose might be different than if it were in the evening or in the morning. Whatever you need. 12:45 in the afternoon on Tuesday. Allow yourself to be right there. If boredom or impatience sets in, just bring your awareness back to your breath. Just rest. If your mind wanders, perhaps bringing your awareness back to the beating of your heart. Back to the experience of being alive. Perhaps beginning to bring awareness back to the breath. Maybe just for now, noticing the rise and fall of the belly. And then perhaps gently rocking to one side and coming to a seated position. And then visualizing and embodying how a warrior would be seated if he or she were in your body. May we move through our day like a humble warrior with awareness. Namaste. Mm. Thank you